రాష్ట్ర ప్రథమ ముఖ్యమంత్రి శ్రీ కల్వకుంట్ల చంద్రశేఖరరావు గారు, మన రాష్ట్రపతి అభ్యర్థి శ్రీ రామ్నాథ్ కోవింద్ గారు, కేంద్ర మంత్రివర్యులు నా సహచరులు శ్రీ బండారు దత్తాత్రేయ గారు, అలాగే కేంద్ర భాజపా ప్రధాన కార్యదర్శి మురళీధరరావు గారు, పార్లమెంట్లో మా సహచరులు సీనియర్ నాయకులు శ్రీ కేశవరావు గారు, శ్రీ జితేందర్ రెడ్డి గారు, అలాగే బీజేపీ అధ్యక్షుడు డాక్టర్ లక్ష్మణ్ గారు, మిత్రులారా, ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ I would like to compliment and congratulate the Telangana Chief Minister Sri Chandrasekhar Rao Garu for extending support even before we announced the candidate. He was the first among the outside our NDA to come out openly and then declare support to our candidate. And on behalf of my party at the national level and also Government of India, I would like to thank Sri Chandrasekhar Rao Garu and his party for taking this decision and extending support. And today also for organizing a very warm reception and welcome to Sri Ramnath Kovind Garu. श्री रामनाथ कोविंद जी के बारे में मैं थोड़ा सा संक्षिप्त में आप लोगों को परिचय देना चाहता हूं। इस बीच में आप लोगों ने अखबार पढ़ा होगा पूरा देश में। उसके पहले मैं दो मित्रों को मैं आपको परिचय करना चाहता हूं। श्री अमर साबले मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट महाराष्ट्र से आए हैं, रामनाथ कोविंद जी के साथ वो दिल्ली से आए हैं। और श्री ला गणेशन मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट तमिलनाडु, इज फ्रॉम तमिलनाडु बट गॉट इलेक्टेड फ्रॉम मध्य प्रदेश. Sri Ra Ganesh is one of our senior leaders of the BJP. Both of them have accompanied Sri Ramnath Kovind ji because it was decided that one of the senior ministers of the Government of India, senior leader, and then two MPs, and then one General Secretary will accompany him wherever Sri Ramnath ji goes. Now he is no more BJP. Even earlier also, of course, he will explain that also. As governor, he is a non-political person. Now also, after declaration, he is above party politics. So I am happy that he is getting wide support across the country. Friends, Sri Ramnath Kovind ji was born in Uttar Pradesh, Kanpur district rural area. He is born in a small village, born in an agriculture family. किसानों का परिवार में उनका जन्म हुआ है और बचपन से ही उन्होंने उनके पिताजी का आध्यात्मिकता और भारतीय संस्कृति परंपरा के बारे में उनका ज़्यादा रुचि था. उन्होंने ऐसा संस्कार रामनाथ जी को दिया है. और रामनाथ जी हैज स्टडीड एंड अप टू लॉ. आफ्टर स्टडीइंग लॉ he started practicing in the High Court initially. Then he moved on to Supreme Court also. During Janata government, he was also national level standing counsel of the Government of India. For some time, he was also personal assistant to Sri Morarji Bhai Desai, who was the former Prime Minister of India. Then afterwards, from the court, he moved on to politics. He joined BJP. He was BJP's scheduled caste morcha, Dalit morcha, what do we call, but the president 3 times. He worked when I was the party president and also as general secretary. He went around the country. He always used to espouse the cause of the downtrodden and the poor people. Because of his humble background and the guidance and the training given by his father, he was always used to be very sober, very humble, whatever position he has occupied. He was also a member of Rajya Sabha 2 times. And he made a mark in Rajya Sabha because of his sober nature, sobriety, urbanity, and also the way he used to present cases. He never used to advocate conflict between communities. He always spoke for social harmony. Samajika Samarastha. Because you know, for some people it will become a fashion. In the name of something, they will try to rouse the feelings against other communities. He always tried to bring everybody together. That is his approach. That was the main core of his speeches in Parliament also. That's why he was respected by one and all in Parliament. He also represented India in United Nations. As a delegation, he went and participated there. So he has international exposure also. He's a good writer, good speaker, very articulative. He's very articulative that way, thoughtful, and also, as I told you, because of his sobriety and soberness, he earned the goodwill of one and all, cutting across political lines. Then later, he became governor of Bihar. As a governor of Bihar also, he lived up to the expectations of the people and the constitution. He never followed partisan politics. That's why you might all notice now, JDU is not part of NDA. It's not a friendly party for the BJP. But JDU party, Chief Minister Nitish Kumar, the moment his name was declared, he has expressed his support for Sri Ramnath Kovindji. That means he has conducted himself in a non-partisan manner and in a dignified manner. As a governor, he always used to rise above politics. He is a person with a commitment to the constitution. Friends, now, after this exercise, I would like to tell you the background because some negative propaganda is being carried out by others. The BJP did not decide any candidature. Without deciding candidature, party president appointed a three-man committee of Rajnath Singh ji, Arun Jaitley and myself. हम तीनों को कहा आप सब लोगों से मिलो, सभी पार्टियों से बातचीत करो. हमने पार्टियों से बातचीत किया है. हम लोग जाके सोनिया गांधी जी से मिला, हम जाके सीताराम येचुरी से मिला, सुधाकर रेड्डी से मिला, हम लोग जाके मुलायम सिंह जी से मिला, रामगोपाल यादव जी से मिला, और हम लोग मायावती जी से मिला, और उनका पार्टी का सतीश चंद्र मिश्रा जी से मिला. हम डीएमके से बात किया और अन्य पार्टियों से बात किया जो यूपीए में है और विपक्ष में है. सभी पार्टियों से हमने संपर्क किया, सब लोगों से मिला है और उनको सम्मान भी दिया है और उनसे अनुरोध किया है. हमने 3 विषय उन लोगों के सामने रखा है. We have not come with any name of candidate, number 1. Number 2, we would like to know your views. Number 3, we would seek your support as a ruling party. We have a majority and we are seeking your support for unanimous election. If you have any suggestion, please give the suggestion. So those parties, they told us, you have just approached us, good, thank you very much, but you have not brought any name. Let us discuss among ourselves and then come back to you. This is what they have told us. Then we talked to them privately also. Some of them, they told, it will be good if you don't approve a candidate who is extreme. I don't know what is extreme, but they use the word. And who is to be very sober, non-controversial. So keeping all these suggestions in mind, the parliamentary party of the board of the BJP discussed his name, and then we have decided because he is the most suitable candidate for the Rashtrapati. Even before we took the opinion of others and sought the support, Sri Chandrasekhar Rao, he came out with an open statement that he is extending support to the NDA candidate. We are thankful to him. Whatever is there in his mind is always frank, as usual. Similarly, in this case also, he has declared his support. After coming to conclusion, we did not announce the candidature. Prime Minister told, you went and met the opposition parties. It will be in fitness of things if we inform the opposition parties before announcing the candidate. ये मर्यादा होता है, पद्धति होता है. इसलिए हमने वहाँ सब लोग एक बंद कमरे में बैठे. वहाँ से प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष से बात किया, मनमोहन सिंह जी से बात किया, मैं सीताराम येचुरी से बात किया है, और कम्युनिस्ट नेताओं से बातचीत किया है, मायावती जी से बात किया, मुलायम सिंह जी से, रामगोपाल जी से, अन्य एनडीए सहयोगी से बात किया. एनडीए वाले ने सबने कहा सर जो प्रधानमंत्री जो तय करेंगे हम उनके साथ है, और केसीआर ने भी डिक्लेयर किया है प्रधानमंत्री जो तय करेंगे हम लोग साथ देंगे ऐसा. तो उसके बाद फिर घोषणा किया है. घोषणा करने के बाद आप लोग जानकर आप खुश हो जाएंगे. अभी केवल एनडीए नहीं, बीजेपी नहीं, एनडीए नहीं, एनडीए के बाहर जो पार्टियां हैं, मेन पार्टीज, प्रमुख पार्टियां, वो सब आजकल रामनाथ कोविंद जी का समर्थन में खड़े हैं. नंबर 1 जेडीयू, नीतीश कुमार रूलिंग पार्टी इन बिहार. नंबर 2 बीजेडी, नीतीश और नवीन पटनायक पार्टी इन ओडिशा. नंबर 3 एआईडीएमके, तमिलनाडु रूलिंग पार्टी, both factions, Palaniswamy and also the O.P. Pannirselvam. Then TRS, of course, Telangana ruling party is supporting us. Then Andhra Pradesh opposition party, YSR Jagan party, Jagan Mohan Reddy party, they have also declared support. Then after this, we have received support from Indian National Lok Dal, Chautaraji party. That is the main opposition party in Haryana, not Congress. They have 19 MLAs and 3 MPs. When I met them, they said, okay, give us 2 days. Then after 2 days, they have declared and they came and met Sri Ramnath Kovindji. They are not part of NDA. They came and met Ramnath Kovindji in Chandigarh and they have extended support. 33 parties which are there in NDA, Some of them have parliamentary presence, some of them do not. They have declared support. Then 5 parties, major parties, as I told you, is JDU, BJD, TRS, AIDMK, YSR Congress, and then now latest is INLD. All of them have declared support. This ANR Congress of Puducherry, Purva Mukhyamantri Rangaswamy. His party also is having an MP in Lok Sabha, and also it is the main opposition Pondicherry. They have also extended support. Then Naga People's Front also extended support. Bodo Democrat Front also has extended their support, and also Kokrazar party also extended support. In Rajya Sabha there are 8 independent MPs. Out of 8, so far 7 have declared support for Sri Ramnath Kovaldji. The 8th also I am confident they will also extend support. The nominated members have no vote. Members of legislative council also have no vote. So keeping all these things in mind, we are confident Sri Ramnath Kovaldji will get a comfortable majority. He will be elected with a good majority. It would have been good if the Congress have not put up a candidate. Of course, in democracy, everybody has got a right to contest election. I am not questioning. ప్రజాస్వామ్యంలో ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి పోటీ చేసే హక్కు ఉంది, అధికారం ఉంది. దాన్ని మనం ప్రశ్నించే అధికారం మనకు లేదు. కానీ ఒకసారి వెళ్ళి వాళ్ళని మనం కలిసిన తర్వాత, వాళ్ళని సలహా అడిగిన తర్వాత, మెజారిటీ ఈ పక్షం ఉందని తెలుసుకున్న తర్వాత వాళ్ళు పోటీ పెట్టకుండా ఉంటే మర్యాదగా ఉండేది, బాగుండేది. కొంతమంది ఏం చెప్తున్నారంటే మీరు ఇంతకుముందు పోటీ పెట్టారు కదా అని. మనం అంతకుముందు పోటీ పెట్టినప్పుడు వాళ్ళు మనల్ని సమర్థించమని అడగలేదు. ఈ పర్యాయం మనం ముందే వెళ్ళి వాళ్ళందరినీ కలిసి సమర్థన కోరాం. ఆ తర్వాత వ్యక్తిగతంగా ఒకటి సంప్రదించాం. తర్వాత ఉత్తమ అభ్యర్థిని ప్రకటించాం. అందుకే పార్టీలకు అతీతంగా చాలామంది ముందుకు వచ్చి రామ్నాథ్ కోవింద్ గారి యొక్క మద్దతు ఇస్తున్నారు. ఆ యొక్క తేడా మనం గమనించాల్సి ఉంది. రెండో విషయం ఇంకొక మాట చెప్పి నేను ముగిస్తాను. అదేంటంటే ఈ ఎన్నికేదో దీన్ని రాజకీయం చేయాలని ప్రయత్నం చేస్తున్నారు. కోర్స్ ఎలక్షన్లో ఉన్నప్పుడు ఎలక్షన్కి రాజకీయం అవుతుంది. కానీ ఇది సిద్ధాంతపరమైన ఎన్నిక, సిద్ధాంతాలు చూసి ఓటు వేయండి అని. సిద్ధాంతపరమైన ఎన్నిక కాదు. రాష్ట్రపతికి రాజకీయంగా నిర్ణయ అధికారం లేదు. రాష్ట్రపతి రాజ్యాంగ అధినేత, కమాండర్ ఇన్ చీఫ్ ఆఫ్ ఆర్మ్డ్ ఫోర్సెస్. అంతేకాని ఆయన విధానపరమైన నిర్ణయాలు తీసుకునే అధికారం పార్లమెంట్కి ఇచ్చారు, ప్రధానమంత్రికి ఇచ్చారు, రాష్ట్రంలో ముఖ్యమంత్రికి ఇచ్చారు, అసెంబ్లీకి ఇచ్చారు, గవర్నర్కి ఇవ్వాలి. రాజ్యాంగం ప్రకారం ఉందా లేదో చూసే పని గవర్నర్, రాజ్యాంగం ప్రకారం ఉందా లేదో చూసే పని రాష్ట్రపతి. దాన్ని మర్చిపోయి ఇదంతా కూడా ఫైట్ ఆఫ్ ఐడియాలజీస్. The only ideology presidential candidate or the president must have is commitment to the Constitution of India. That is the only ideology. The other ideologies have no place. Ideologies have been decided. 2014 Assembly election, people have decided ideology in Telangana. They have decided ideology in Andhra, decided ideology in Delhi. They voted for Narendra Modi overwhelmingly. That issue is over. Now what is there is only good candidate who has got character, caliber, capacity, conduct. These things are required for a presidential candidate. And then what else is required? Good track record of whatever position he held. That's all. Nothing else. But my friends on the other side, I don't want to name the parties, they are trying to divert the attention, saying commitment to democracy. Commitment to democracy, who is talking about it? Who imposed emergency, put all of us in jail? They are talking about democracy. Then they are also talking about social security. You have been in power for years together. You could not provide security during power. Now out of power, you are saying security. Then social disparities, economic disparities. All these things has to be taken care by the people who are in power. The president only can give an advisory role or a sort of an elderly person. But unnecessarily they are getting into politics. I appeal to them, please confine only to this issue, commitment to the Constitution, capacity of the candidate. That should be the only criteria for the election. I am happy the larger section of the country, even Trinamool Congress in Bengal is opposing us. Trinamool Congress in Tripura is supporting Ramnath Kovaldji. That's how things are changing, and also the other small parties in different parts of the country are also supporting us. We are very happy about it. Friends, once again I would like to compliment Sri Chandrasekhar Rao Garu and TRS party for extending this support. And he spoke to me. I could understand KCR took personal interest. He spoke to me 3 times. And he was asking me how to go about it, how to receive the president, how to make arrangement. These minute details he has worked out. And I also want to put one thing on record today. The Prime Minister the other day told me that speak to Chief Ministers and see to have a follow-up on this GST. Even before I spoke to KCR, KCR was already on the job of talking to state administration, talking to collectors. He has appointed nodal officers. Same is the case, of course, with Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister also. Even on this demonetization, remonetization also, he conducted classes, he guided the administration. This is where the unity between center and state. This is where Team India, the concept of Team India, this is where development means something we are agreeing, let us implement it. Instead of waiting for Delhi to decide anything. So I would like to really compliment Sri Chandrasekhar Rao on GST and also on even demonetization. Once you feel it is good for the country, you must take it forward without waiting for Delhi again at a district level also to get involved itself. So I saw in the newspapers that he conducted a review meeting to take the message down, Ramnathji, even on GST, he took initiative, even on demonetization also. When there are apprehensions, he allayed those apprehensions. Today also he said, he gave confidence saying that Telangana is going to be benefited. He also quoted some figure also. That's how the leadership should work. Once you are in agreement, if you have differences, that's a different matter. If you have differences, that's a different matter because we are different political parties. TRS and BJP are not alliance partners. But once you agree on a particular thing, you must take it down. This is what Prime Minister also wishes. I am thankful to him. And also, friends, all of you, I only make one request. Kesha Rao was telling me that they are going to have a mock voting also, and then trial everything is going done. I am sure that KCR, with all meticulous planning, will do everything possible to see that every vote at his command or with his party, he will see to it that they are all there on the day and they will vote. Only thing is one has to be careful and should not be extra careful. Sometimes when we become extra careful, you know how do we do it? When you take extra careful voters, I am talking about the voters, sometimes, and also graduate constituencies, number of invalid votes are more in graduate constituencies. ISRT is here. Teachers' constituency also more mistakes. Over anxiety, yeah, over anxiety. Whereas in ordinary election, the poor man, the rickshaw puller, the taddy tapper, the weaver, the fisherman, the goldsmith, blacksmith, he will never commit a mistake. Very religiously, systematically, he will go and then whatever you want to do, you will do it. But we people being a little extra cautious, sometimes we will do mistakes also. But there is an advantage now. If you do mistake, only one, you have to write, ఒకటి గీత వేయాలంతే గీత దానికి పైన తర్వాత రాయకూడదు గీత వేయాలి ఆ గీత వేసి దాన్ని వేసేయాలి గీత వేయకుండా పక్కన ఒకటని రాయడం కానీ ఓఎని వన్ అని రాయడం కానీ టిక్ రాయడం కానీ ఇంకేదన్నా రాయడం కానీ చేయకూడదు అలా ఎవరన్నా పొరపాటు చేస్తే అలవాటు ప్రకారం చేస్తే వాళ్ళు వెంటనే రిటర్నింగ్ ఆఫీసర్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి సార్ పొరపాటు అయిపోయిందంటే మళ్ళీ ఇంకో ఓటు ఇస్తారు ఆ ఓటు మళ్ళీ వేయచ్చు ఆ మాట జాగ్రత్త కోసం చెప్తున్నాను నేను కానీ ఎలాగో ఇంకో ఓటు ఉంది కదా ఛాన్స్ పర్వాలేదు దీన్ని మళ్ళీ ఏదో చూద్దామని అటు ఎవరు అనుకోకుండా అందరూ ఆ విధంగా ఓటు తీసుకోవాలి మన పెన్ను మనం బయట పెట్టాలి వాడిచ్చిన పెన్నుతో ఓటేయాలి 10 నుంచి 5 లోపల ఓటేయాలి తర్వాత మన అభ్యర్థి పేరు రెండవది బ్యాలెట్ పేపర్ ఇద్దరే ఉన్నారు పోటీ చాలామంది తయారయ్యారు ఓట్లు లేకపోయినా కానీ వాళ్ళకి అనర్హత పడింది ఇద్దరే ఉన్నారు రెండో పేరు వారి పేరు ఎదురుగుండా మనం ఒకటి గీయాలి నిలువు గీత దీన్ని దయచేసి అందరూ దృష్టిలో పెట్టుకోవాల్సిన కోరుతూ మరొకసారి నేను టీఆర్ఎస్ పార్టీకి అలాగే దాని నాయకులైన శ్రీ చంద్రశేఖర్ రావు గారికి కేంద్ర ప్రభుత్వం తరఫున కేంద్ర పార్టీ తరఫున వారికి హృదయపూర్వక ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేస్తూ మీరు సెలవు తీసుకున్నాను.